So inshallah, today we are going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the homework. So I'm certain I introduced a new concept last week, and sure a lot of you had difficulty with the assignment, the homework assignment. So first order of business, let's go over that. The quiz that I gave you last week, those are still being graded, so you can expect that inshallah next week. So you can take a deep breath, except for, of course, you asked about it. So.
Can I get a rematch?
Nope. Oh, no. La. Can't do that.
How do you live with this?
All right, so you had, how many examples did I give you for add-off? Four. So again, first sheet that I gave you was the example sheet, where you were to use. You had to use this, you would have been fine.
Right.
If you didn't use this, then of course, you would have had difficulty. I also have these, if you choose to use one of these, because we're, again, to that, so I told you last week that you're going to perform add-off every class. So you're welcome to come up and get a few of these or more. It's up to you. Because we are going to be using this during class, inshallah. And or you could do your own in your notebook or your notes, however you choose to do that is fine, as long as it's neat. All right, so today we're going to go over homework. So our first example was what? What was our first example? How that what?
How the Rajman.
That was example number one, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so here we have the add-up of hada waladun. Okay, does everyone see this? The add-up of hada rajulun is the exact same add-up of hada waladun. You won't change a thing, not a vowel, nothing. So basically, all you had to do is copy. Yes?
Yes.
So if you ended up with rajulun first and then hada second, then of course clearly you did something wrong. There was a handout. Yes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in class last week. Was that a handout you gave in class or was it in the book somewhere?
No, that's it. What?
The one that you're holding up with the.
Oh, no, I gave this is right here. So there's no need for us to repeat what's already. Does everyone have this, or did you lose? If you lost this, you need to come and get it again. You need to carry this with you. Okay, inshallah. Al-kalimatu i'rabuha. I want you, and I said this to some of you before, in regards to some of us want to go fast. We want to go really fast. We just want to step on the gas and just go. And sometimes it's necessary for us to slow down, 5 miles an hour. We get too crazy with it, so we can pay attention to detail. Because when you don't pay attention to detail, then you make mistakes that you shouldn't make. The types of mistakes that I'm talking about, voweling. So when we did the quiz last week, and you already had, you were to translate some words. So exact voweling, I'm not concerned with. Things that I look for, what I'm really looking for is the last vowel. So if I asked you what is the translation of, let's say, maternal uncle? And you wrote something like this, and you added a yeah, right? And you wrote, say hypothetically speaking, you place a kasra beneath the ayin and all this other stuff. So I'm looking at this like, okay, I don't know where you got the yeah from, because that's not something that I gave you. Or if you wrote something like this, right? This, by the way, is a meme. Okay, ayin meme, right? And you wrote a kasra beneath the meme. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the fatha and all that other stuff. I'm looking at the last vowel. Why am I looking at the last vowel? I gave you a rule, and I told you you can never, ever, 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 ever forget that rule. So if you wrote a kasra here, what's the problem? Someone please.
It doesn't know what pronouns.
No. Yes.
Can I give it in English?
Latin,
Really?
French, it doesn't matter.
The word outside, like the word in and of itself ends in dhamma.
Or dhammatain. So if you wrote something there other than a dhamma or dhammatain, I'm going to look at you like, okay, I don't care about all that other stuff. I don't care about the fatha. I don't care about anything else. I care about one thing, that you understand that the last vowel, there is supposed to be a dhamma or a dhammatain. In this case of amun, if you didn't write the shadda, I'm fine. As long as you wrote dhamma tanween, we're good. Al-aslu fil asma'i al-raf'a. When you do your i'rab, which we're about to do, and I showed you, again, I gave you the example page. If you wrote something other than marfu', other than what's here, in reference to hada rajulun, yeah. So we're not going to do hada rajulun, because hada rajulun is hada waladun. It's the same exact thing. Hada is ismu isharatin mabniyun ala sukuni fi mahalli raf'in al-mubtada. Same exact i'rab. You're not changing not a letter, not a vowel, not an anything.
So we're not gonna diagram this, we're just gonna
No,
say
it's not
the same
necessary
as
because
this.
it's the same exact thing. The other examples, on the other hand, change. Okay? في محل, in a place of. في محل. Now the other thing that we're going to learn today is that even in i'rab, you have to get the vowel right. And some of what we're going to have in i'rab today, we're going to cover today as today's lesson, are the prepositions, which you have a couple of prepositions here in your i'rab. So example number 2 is what? هذه امرأة. What is the meaning of هذا رجل?
This man.
No.
This is a man.
Thank you. هذه امرأة. What is the meaning of هذه امرأة?
This is a woman.
This is a woman. The i'rab of هذه. The i'rab of هذه. You have most of it already. Ismu isharatin. Absolutely. First order of business. Ismu isharatin, demonstrative pronoun.
مبني على الكسرة.
Absolutely. مبني على الكسرة. في محل رفع. Stop. Why are we not simply saying that هذه is مرفوع? Why isn't it?
Because it has a kasra at the end.
Why does it have a kasra at the end?
Because that's It's mabniyun.
Why is it mabniun?
Because it can't change restrict.
Why can it not change?
That's a rule. That's a rule.
What about hadihi does not allow it to change?
Gender.
No, it's built
It's,
upon.
it's,
That's a word.
it's the word, what is the term for it? It just, it's a word that can't change. I thought that was
It's
the
a
preposition.
pronoun.
It's one shot.
Pronoun.
It's a pronoun. And I told you again that all pronouns are what? مبنيون. هذا هذه أنا أنت أنتما أنتم أنتن هو هي هما هم هن. All of them are مبنيون. Yes? Okay, gotta remember that. I know this is a lot, and I know some of you are overwhelmed. Some of you. Not all of you. Just some of you. Yeah. So في محل رفع. So هذه is not مرفوع. Clearly, هذه ends in a كسرة. هذه will always end in a كسرة. هذه cannot end in any other vowel other than the كسرة, because هذه is اسم إشارة, it's a pronoun, and all pronouns are مبني by rule. Period. مبني على الكسرة. Loosely translated, ending in a كسرة. في محل رفع. So في محل means in the place of. What is this كسرة substituting? ضمة. Remember, the other rule, المبتدأ والخبر مرفوعان. Your subject is supposed to end in a ضمة. هذه is your subject. هذه, over here. هذه does not end in a ضمة because it cannot end in a ضمة. So we're clear as to why the ضمة is absent. And all of this is explaining the absence of that vowel. You have to say all of this to explain why there is no ضمة. And if you don't explain it, you're just, okay, you can't just say هذه is المبتدأ. Okay, I get that, but why? I'm interested in you knowing why. Okay? اسم إشارة مبني على الكسرة في محل رفع. After you say all of that, then you identify it as being what? المبتدأ. Okay, so when you look at this, it's the same exact thing with one change. That one change is we substituted sukoon for what? Because that's the vowel. Imra'atun, the Arab of imra'atun is the same as rajulun. Imra'atun is al-khabaru marfu'un بالضمة. And of course, you can do i'rab of your i'rab, because this here is a sentence here. So your subject here is al-khabaru. That's why it ends in a dhamma.
مبتدا دون
Where? Al-mubtada.
مبتدا
Not on. Can't be on because.
The alif lam.
Absolutely.
Okay. مبتدأ.
The other example that we had was what? So we had هذه امرأة. So that's two. What is the third? It should be ذلك what? ذلك رجل. So the i'rab of ذلك رجل is what?
اسم إشارة.
Huh?
مبني على الفتحة.
اسمه إشارة مبني على الفتحة. So again, with this, again, same exact thing. You're going to replace one word. That word is what? Al-fatha. Why? Because dhalika ends in a fatha. And dhalika, again, is a demonstrative pronoun, and it is, therefore, mabniun. Now,
You get ready to erase that, I presume.
actually, the only thing that I'm going to erase is this
Okay.
here and one word there. Al-kasra, I'm going to replace that with al-fatha.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we're erasing this here.
Just that little, never mind.
What?
I'll get it.
How do you
No, just that
erase?
little piece that you just
Which
erased
one?
on the bottom.
Imra'atun? That was here?
Yes.
That's right there. Same word.
Okay.
So we had dhalika rajulun, yes?
Yes.
Mhm. So we're changing one thing, one word, and one word only, and that word is, and this is another one of your vocabulary words that you should know, al-fathati. Okay, so I'm going to say this before we continue, before we move forward. Last week, when I gave you this, we did vowel this. So it's important that you maintain the proper voweling, okay? Because then when you're performing Arab, again, this is, you're establishing good and healthy habits with regards to performing Arab, and you are studying Arabic grammar, so it's important that you make sure that the voweling is correct. So we have al-fathati. Now,
On the example, when we had wallet,
ah,
on the example, I just have a question on the vowel. Should it be as-sukun nin, not as-sukun nu, nin,
as-sukuni,
because of the
because of ala. مبني على السكون.
not nin.
No, not nin. No, because of al-ta'rif for the definite article. Okay. So ذلك رجل اسم إشارة مبني على الفتحة في محل رفع المبتدأ رجل again الخبر مرفوع بالضمة.
Let's ask a question.
Now,
If you, so like in the al-khabar marfu, right?
now,
That is, it's understood, right? That's
Uh-huh.
when something is rafa, that it is with dhamma, right?
so
So the adding the with dhamma there is
that's
almost
necessary.
redundant, right?
It's redundant,
Right.
but it's necessary.
right?
Why is it necessary? And I mentioned this last week. Why is it necessary to specify or to associate the term marfu'un with dhamma? Especially when you're dealing with rajulun, for example.
It could be more full with tanween, I mean with the pata or with kasra.
No, it can be marfu'un with alif and noon, or it can be marfu'un with waw and noon, or it can be marfu'un with waw. So I believe it was last week, I gave the examples of the dual that we had muthanna up.
Right.
Somebody asked me about muthanna. And I showed you the difference between a noun that is marfu'un when it's singular versus a noun that is marfu'un when it is dual, for example, or muthanna. So for example, if we had rajulun, right? Rajulun is singular. Rajulun, right? Muthanna is rajulani,
Right.
two men. Now, both of these are marfu'un. The difference is one is singular, the other is dual. With the dual now, the focus is no longer on the last vowel, the focus is now on the last two letters. Yes.
So maybe this is just something I'm gonna have to reconcile myself with. Is there another translation for the word marfu'un other than inzin dhamma? Because,
Nominative.
okay.
But so what does that mean to you when
It's not that it means something.
no. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So when looking at it's important for you to learn the terminologies. Marfu'un, mansubun, majrurun. There's a fourth one actually, which is majzumun. So if a word ends in a sukun, that's sukun, and it's mu'arabun, that's majzumun. But it's important for you to learn those terminologies, marfu'un, mansubun, and majrurun. It's important for you to understand that marfu'un carries more than one meaning. So that marfu'un in reference to the singular means dhamma, dhamma. Dual, alif and nun. Plural, sometimes, not always, waw and nun. And then you have the five nouns, and that's the waw.
All right.
What did you say about the nouns and stuff?
The waw. Okay. Where were we?
Third
So this
example.
is the third example. The last example was what?
No, that's the second.
No. This is the third.
'Cause we didn't
The
do
first is hada rajulun. Second, hadi imra'atun. Third is dhalika rajulun. And the last example is tilka. Can't say tilka rajulun. That would be weird.
Tilka amratun.
Okay.
Tilka amratun.
Tilka imra'atun.
I got this. Same thing. Okay.
So with tilka, who said the same thing?
No, he was explaining
I was
something.
telling him about the first Iraq.
Oh, okay. Tilka imra'atun.
Still the same thing.
I got it.
No, it is absolutely the same thing because here you're not going to change a thing. Tilka and dhalika, tilka is in fatha, dhalika is in fatha, you good to go.
So this is the last example.
This is the last example.
And this is because this has nothing to do with the gender of the word.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. As far as Arab is concerned, gender is irrelevant. So the ta marbuta, the alif maqsura, all of those signs of femininity that distinguish or that separate a masculine noun from a feminine noun, when it comes to Arab, that's irrelevant.
So we didn't change nothing here either?
Not a thing, not a vowel.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing. Tilka is musharakin, blah, blah, blah. Fatha, because there's a fatha over the kaf. Imra'atun, al-khabar marfu'un bil dhamma. End of it. Yeah. I know some of you feel like you're in the ring.
No.
And you're being bounced around.
No,
And you're stressed.
I'm not.
I feel like I'm in the ring and I'm getting beat up, but I gotta stay in there because I need the money.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay, because a lot of this will be repeated. So we went over this last week, and we're repeating the same exact thing. So the homework is basically repetition. So what we're about to do today, we're going to repeat some of what we did last week and today, with a few modifications. Now, in your Arab, I have a couple of things underlined, so we're going to leave that up there for the time being.
Question.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, that's Kevin. I was gonna say Mark Boone and Mansour Boone don't go with that because they're.
Mansubun is a different vowel.
Don't.
No, Mansubun is Fatha.
Mansour Boone.
Fatha or Fathatani.
But in those, right, but in those endings, you don't say Mansour Boone.
No, because, again, by rule, your subject and your predicate are supposed to end in Bama or Thomatin. So unless you're dealing with something that requires the presence of a Fatha or a Kesra for that matter, then to mention that's, you don't want to do that.
Because Fatah is Fatah and Mansour Boone, that still has something to do with Fatah. And what's the other one?
Majrurun
It's Kesra.
is Kesra,
And Mark Boone
is Dhamma, for now.
But it doesn't belong there.
No, absolutely not. Marfu'an does, not Mansubun or Majrurun. Okay, chapter 10. Are there any questions before we move on? Anyone? Does anyone need us to go over this again?
I have one question. We see we have Kabbalah and monotone. That's over that lamb and olive. You have to put them over that, or you leave it like that. Kabbalah.
Yeah, what about it?
You have to put a sukoon over the lamb and.
No, you're not supposed to.
Okay.
Because we established last semester that the absence of a vowel, you have vowel text, indicates the presence of. There you go. So today we are going to we're going to cover or introduce the prepositions for huruf al-jar. حروف الجر. So, حروف, this is a word that we had before, which is one of our vocabulary words. So what does the word حروف mean? Letters. So حروف is plural. The singular of حروف is حرف. حرف, which is a letter. Yes? No. So, حروف الجر, or the prepositions. We have the term al-jar here, which is a reference to majrurun. Genitive. This is a genitive ending. So when we say majrurun or the genitive ending, again, we're referring to what? Kasra? Or kasra. You know what? I'm not gonna write that because that'll look crazy. أو. أو means or. كسرة تنوين. You know what? لا. التنوين بالكسرة.
Yeah.
So when we see majrurun, and again, we're still dealing with the singular noun, okay? And as with the term marfu'un, term majrurun, again, it's reference to kasra, kasra tanween, you're dealing with singular noun, the dual or the plural, that will change. You'll learn that once we start dealing with the, dual and plural and all of that. But nevertheless, so jarrun and majrurun. We prefer to look at these two as cause and effect. Jarra means to pull, literally, and majrurun means to be pulled. Those are literal translations. Jarra means to pull, and majrurun means to be pulled.
Jarrah.
Jarra. So jarra. Jarra is a verb. Al-jarru is a noun. Word looks exactly the same. The only difference is vowel. Jarra, be pulled, versus al-jarru, which is a reference to a noun or the preposition affecting the noun that follows. So the preposition is affecting the following noun. The i'rab that we have on the board, and we're quickly going to take a peek at this. And I want to draw your attention only to the preposition and the noun that follows. And the last, more importantly, the last vowel. So if you look at ismu isharatin, right? And underlined, we have the word ala, which is a preposition meaning on, right? Look at ala, and then the word that comes after ala ends in a kasra. And it ends in a kasra because, by rule, any noun that follows a preposition must end in a kasra. So ala al-fathati, fi is a preposition as well. So if you look at the word mahalli ends in a kasra because it follows fi. When you look down here, right here, last word, bil-dhammati. So we have the ba, bi meaning with. Actually, bi has several meanings, so we'll say that bi means with for right now. And it ends, the word al-dhammati ends in a kasra. And it ends in a kasra because it's preceded by the preposition bi. We refer to this as jar, as causing the kasra, causing that ending, causing that type of change, where the vowel goes from dhamma to now kasra. If we were to eliminate ala or the preposition, you would end up with a dhamma. The presence of the preposition dictates that the word that follows ends in a kasra. Let's take a look at the prepositions that we have starting on page 29. The first is min and not man. 2 weeks ago we had man. Ma ma'na man. Man.
Who? No.
Who? Na'am. Man means who. That's with a fatha. Min with a kasra is a preposition meaning from. Al-qalamu min al-talibi. The pen came from the student, for example. Okay? Yes? Okay. So that's min with a kasra. So make sure that you have the correct spellings. Min, not men. Kasra, min, kasra, nun, sukun.
That's from.
That's from. The prepositions, refer to them as huruf because they are particles. So when we do the i'rab, when we look at the sentence, you'll see that you simply identify it as being a preposition. That's it. You're not concerned with marfu'un, mabniun, none of that. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant because the prepositions are particles. They're not nouns, they're not verbs, they're particles. We refer to them in Arabic as huruf. Fi, again, kasra, and ya. The ya is sakin, again. Fi. Fi means in. Ala. This is an alif maqsura, not a ya. Ain, lam, alif maqsura, short alif. Short alif looks like the ya, but without the dots. This is a ya. This is an alif, a short alif. Alif maqsura does not always have what some refer to as the dagger alif. Sometimes the alif maqsura simply looks like that. I'm sorry, sir. You don't have to, you can. It's either or.
And again, that you said alif maqsur.
Yeah, so the alif maqsura sometimes will have that alif, that small alif above it, sometimes it won't.
Okay.
In either case, absence of your dots here, you understand, you know, that that's an alif, not a ya. Not.
So, by example, then we have to cross that out because it has two dots.
Yes, so if you have two dots there, those dots should not be there.
For the fee?
In ala. Yes, in your handout, ala, you have dots. Those dots should not be there. That's an alif, not a ya. Presence of dots indicate that that's a ya. That's not a ya, that's an alif. Ala and not alay or something other than that. Or ali, absolutely. Li, basic, simply the letter lam with a kasra indicates possession and meaning or ownership, and that means li means for or belonging to. Li meaning belonging to or for. Al-kitabu lit-talibi. The book belongs to the student. As-sayyaratu li-ar-rajuli. The car belongs to the man, for example. Okay? Ila. And again, that's an alif maqsura nariya, so those dots should not be there. La. And again, with the dagger alif or without, either or is correct. And ila means to, as in destination. Dhahabtu ila al-masjid. I went to the masjid. Dhahabtu ila, I went to ad-dukkani. I went to the store. Okay? Dhahabtu ila al-hajj. I went to hajj, for example.
Ila is two.
Ila means to, absolutely. On page 30, we have B. We said B means with or by or in. Lastly, we have hatta. So B is with a kasra again, same as A. And Hatta.
Again, the dots are gone.
That's an alif maqsura, yes. Again, you're hearing the alif. Hatta. You're hearing the alif.
Shadda, right?
Yes, absolutely. Shadda over the ta. Hatta.
No.
Until. Okay. So these are hurufu al-jar. Now, so this i'rab now, we're going to erase this. I'm not erasing anything around the i'rab. I'm simply erasing the i'rab. Any questions? We're going to go over some of the examples. Anyone have any questions? No? Okay. So,
Sorry, I do have one question.
Mhm.
For the aleph maqsura, is that like, it's like a kasr, I mean, it's like a fatah, or is it like an aleph added to the end, like an elongation aleph,
yes,
like an elongation aleph?
absolutely, but not written as
As-
the alif vowel, although the alif maqsura itself is a vowel, is the equivalent of that long alif.
So, excuse me, when you call it short aleph, you just mean because it's written as a short rather than a long aleph? Or-
Yeah, because of that mark, that alif that's placed over. And it's referred to as the short alif, although in reality, it is the same as the long alif, yes. Oops. I'm going to erase that. It's gone now. Oh, well. MashaAllah. Okay, so we have min, fi, ala, li, ila, bi, and hatta. Again, we have min, fi, ala, li, ila, bi, and hatta. So we have 3 examples here on page 30. First thing we're going to do is we're going to vowel these examples. And I'm going to ask, I'm going to give you an opportunity. It's be a good opportunity for you to demonstrate that well you know your vocabulary. So would anyone like to give a try to voweling that someone other than Muhammad Abdul Rashid Ali? Someone else? Someone. Sister Fatima.
So vowel in the first sentence?
The first sentence, yes.
Okay. A kasra on the ka. And-
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Why don't you just read it as you think it should be voweled?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Iktabu. Huh? Kitabu, sorry. I mean, what?
Go ahead, take your time.
I'm sorry. Kitabu. Ala mektabu. Oh, yes, it would be mektabi because of the ala.
Okay. Al-kitabu.
Right.
Kitabu ala al-maktabi.
And I did know the ala was there, I just didn't say it because I wasn't putting it in government.
There's always a vowel. Yeah, so even though the alif isn't vowel, we know that that's a hamza wasl or continuing hamza. Basically meaning that the hamza wasl or the continuing hamza is a free agent. They're fluid, they go with the flow. So depending on what precedes al-kitabu will dictate what vowel is applied to the alif, or whether or not you're going to pronounce the alif at all. Even if the editor may decide, well, today I'm not going to show up. Because I don't have to. Somebody else is doing the work for me. So al-kitabu, so in the absence of that, automatically you place a fatha there. As in al-kitabu.
I don't know this. Now, you didn't stress the sukun. Is that because of, I mean, it's different because it's a preposition instead of a,
What sukun? Where?
no.
Over the lamb?
No, your aleph, between the aleph and the lamb, right?
You mean the sukun over the lamb?
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't write that.
Okay.
You don't need to write that.
Okay. 'Cause it's
You
not-
could write that. If you wrote that, would it be incorrect? No, it would be correct.
No, that's because it's different. It's not.
No, you understand and you know that this is the definite article, so it's already understood that the lamb is second. So it's not necessary for you to write it, and often it's not written. And as I said to you earlier, in the vowel text, when there's a vowel missing, an absent vowel, you automatically assume that the missing vowel is sukun. That letter, in fact, is second. Now, second example. This one, who would like to give that one a try?
Bismillah.
Uh-huh.
Bismillah.
Yes, it is. That is absolutely the basmala.
Yes.
So the correct spelling for the basmala would be what? Uh-huh.
That's Kesser.
No. I want you to say,
Just read it out.
yeah.
Oh.
Not do all.
Read it out of the vowel.
Just say it as it should sound.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
There you go. So there's a kasra beneath the ba. Bismi. Billahi. Ar-Rahmani. Ar-Rahim.
Why is there a sukoon on the meme and not, or is that on the yeah? But why is it
Why does it-
Rahim? It's not Rahimu?
No.
Yeah. Come down.
Really?
No.
Mashallah.
No.
Mashallah. No.
Oh, all of that is from the back?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm about to explain it.
Yeah.
Although this right here,
But it's, that could
Like, I
be,
know Allah ends in Kesra because of the bad, but I don't understand why Ar-Rahman or Rahim ends in
No,
it
no.
because of the, is it because of the ownership part about Allah?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought I was on something.
no, both of these are adjectives.
Oh, okay.
مضاف إليه.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Slifa and slifa.
Oh.
With adjectives, the adjective follows
The construction of the.
absolutely. So the noun that's being described, whatever vowel that ends in, every adjective that follows must end in that same vowel. So because the word Allah, these are two adjectives for Allah. And because Allah ends in kasra, because here we have idafa or possession, Allah's name, Bismillahi, it's Allah's name. So that's what we call idafa, mudaf and mudaf ilay. Okay? So that's why the word Allah ends in a kasra. That's what we refer to as idafa, yes.
So the ism, right? The ism is the one that follows the ba, but the Allahi takes that because of the mudaf ilayhi.
Absolutely, and that's why Allah ends in a kasra.
Very different.
So that's why you have all of these kasras. Kasra, 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 kasra. Yes.
Right.
Abdulaziz.
Muscle.
Three rules.
Is that in here?
Yeah, the mawsuf is Allah. And the sifa is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Both of those are sifa. One, they would, in your Arab, they would be labeled 1 and 2.
You working with most?
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Because we're not doing the Arab of that. Because to do the Arab of that is for me to further confuse you. So if you're already confused, you know, I don't know what would happen to you today after you left here.
Like kicking a man when he's down,
It's like
right?
I can't, yeah, it's like I can't. So I can't do that. Yeah, and I don't want you leaving here saying, well, why did the staff do that to us today?
I'll just come by your house and
No, you won't. Yes, go ahead.
So, Allah takes on two positions, Mudaf Ilayhi and Mawsuf.
Absolutely.
No.
So that's a bit complicated. But of course, looking at it, you know what you're looking at.
No.
So Bismillah ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. Last is what? And of course, we know the meaning of the Basmala, so there's no need for us to go over that. We all know the meaning of the Basmala.
Yes.
So the last one is what?
Al-Quran min Allah. Min Allah.
There you go. Al-Qur'anu min Allah. Now, you just did something that was interesting. You said mina and not min. Why?
It's not.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just asking.
Because continuing to pronounce Allah, how would you like to move?
I need you to explain that. 1 second. I need you to explain that.
Okay, so
You did it. You said it. You pronounced it correctly. Why? That's all I'm interested in knowing.
because okay, this is just.
I know part of it is in your subconscious. That's there. That's in the bank. So you just withdrew that, which I'm clear about. But I'm interested in knowing why. You said something. So you have a sukoon here. I wrote the sukoon because it's important, even if you're not pronouncing the sukoon, to write the sukoon because that's the correct vowel. So your answer is?
My answer is that because I needed to facilitate the movement from the noon to the lamb.
Why? What would hinder that?
The lamb, the sukoon on the first lamb.
And
the sukoon on the noon. Like I needed.
There you go.
Between the two sukoons.
So you have the presence of two sukoons. Sukoon number 1, here. Sukoon number 2, here. In order for you to smoothly transition from here, from the meme, to the word Allah, because of the presence of the sukoon, you have to borrow. What are you borrowing? So the fatha was borrowed from the assumed fatha that would be here over the alif. So that basically moved from here to here in pronunciation only. Al-Kitabu, I'm sorry, Al-Qur'anu min Allah. So in your Arab, you're not going to write any of that. You're not going to see that because it's not technically, it's not there. It doesn't exist. And to write it would be incorrect.
I have a question.
Yes.
When we say Bismillah, we don't say Bismillah. So
Now.
Here we say Minallah, not Minallah.
Yes.
Because you don't really have.
Again, because
You don't really have it.
there is no kasra, there's a fatha. Mina Allah. Or if you are pronouncing the sukoon min Allah, you still have the fatha coming before the word Allah and not the kasra. So it's only pronounced, the lam is only pronounced lightly if the word Allah is preceded by a kasra only. And in this case, it's not. We have a lot of good questions today. Alhamdulillah. It's good. Alhamdulillah. We're doing well. I know we're afraid. Some of us are like, I can't wait to get out of here. Because this is like, I don't know what's going on. But trust me.
I can't wait to light
You'll be, listen, you'll turn that light on soon enough. Inshallah. You'll be okay. Now,
You said, did you say mental law?
yes.
Remember, this is my reason.
Mm-hmm.
The mean
Mm-hmm.
in Allah that Ectarif is cut off,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the shudder on the lamb, the sukoon, lamb with the sukoon, and the lamb with the mud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first lamb with the sukoon always have to be preceded by a letter with a vowel.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, Quran mil lahi la limada.
Because you have there. So
You're not
to
supposed
do
to take
that, no. To do that, right, is to rob the word Allah of one of its lambs, which you cannot do because you end up saying something else. Can't do that. Can't do that.
So it's
Separate words.
And actually, you have a hidden lamb there. So
right. Okay.
so
Right.
you have a hidden lamb there. So where if we were to separate Allah, then you're going to have
Right.
something else.
Right.
Separate the definite article from the word. From, yeah.
In a law,
right.
it's really not a definite article.
That's what I'm.
Actually, it is.
It is.
Yes, absolutely.
So
You have an in the word Allah.
But I thought it had some other rule that governed it. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it was
so
the
that-
out-
yeah.
Absolutely. So when you separate it, and that's like really complicated. So we're not
okay,
going to
so
do that.
okay, I ain't gonna do
So I won't
So
lose you.
it-
But absolutely. First alif in them, definite article.
Right,
right.
right.
So it's
The God,
Men-
right?
And I have to say,
Okay.
there's ikhtilaf on that.
okay.
I have to say that there is ikhtilaf with amongst the grammarians whether or not
It's two words.
it's yes, absolutely.
El Quran.
There's
min
no
Allah.
consensus there. There's no
Min
ijma. Yes.
El Quran.
Min Allahi.
Min Allah. Nah.
Now,
But
yes.
in my understanding, isn't the Aleph, Lam in the law, the definite article saying the God, like this is the one, there is no other?
Absolutely.
That's why the definite article is there, right?
Yeah. Yes, according to some.
Right, according to some.
Yes.
What's the other side?
Can we leave that alone?
No.
Yes, we can. We're
Can
going
I
to.
ask you a question?
And I reserve the right not to answer. There you go.
Man,
That's the answer to your question. We're not going there. We're not going there. Moving on. Okay. Okay, sidebars. Thank you. Yes.
sorry, man.
So why wouldn't it just be two words then? So you're saying we're borrowing the fatha, right?
When you say two words, meaning what?
Like so min as a word by itself,
Uh-huh.
and then you have Allah, how you normally
Yes.
pronounce Allah by itself.
Yes,
Why wouldn't it just be min Allah?
you can.
Okay,
That's the way of reading it.
okay.
But usually, outside of the Quran is usually read the way you just read it, mean Allah.
Okay,
In the Quran, you don't have that.
right.
Ever, because again, the Quran is melodic and rhythmic, so you have to maintain that rhythm. And in maintaining that rhythm, or even in everyday speech, that's still done.
Right.
And that's correct, and both ways are correct.
Okay.
However, saying min and having that abrupt stop, and that's kind of clumsy. When I say clumsy, meaning when you hear it, it sounds, it doesn't flow. Al-Quran min Allah, you come to this abrupt stop, whereas when you're usually when you're reading, your reading flows. Okay. No other questions? We're moving on to the Arab now, and we're running out of time.
All right, when you say we're moving on to the Iraq, we're doing the Iraq, those three sentences you just.
Only two, not three. We're not touching Bismillah. Yeah, that we're not touching. To go there is to go somewhere you don't want to go right.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to force you to go there. So the Arab of al-Kitab is al-Mubtada'u مرفوع بالضمتين. Now, you know what? I'm gonna write this next to it. I'm gonna write the Dhamma again, because when you see it, you may be confused as to the spelling. Both of these are the same. You don't have to write both. This is, you know, this is another way of writing this here.
I looked at it as a subject.
So, ala. You said that ala is your harfu jarrin or your preposition. Harfu jarrin.
No.
That's not necessary. Okay. To say all of that is,
Okay.
You're at this point, you're being wordy. So you want to be concise. You want to avoid saying things that you don't necessarily have to say because
It's gonna come back.
it has no place in Arab because it's a particle, which is ana. That's why I refer to it as harf and not ism, not fi'l or something like that. Noun, verb, etc. Ala, so is harfu jarrin, and al-maktabi is majrurun bil kasra, clearly. So we're saying that al-maktabi is majrurun. We know why al-maktabi is majrurun, but you have to say why al-maktabi is majrur. You explain the absence of the dhamma by saying, we're going to identify the predicate now by saying that what means and, al-jarru, the causing agent, which is your preposition. So the word al-jarru is a reference to ala. Remember we said earlier, cause and effect. Harful jar, the preposition, is referred to as al-jarru in i'rab because it's causing the kasra. And the noun that is affected by the kasra, we're referring to that as al-majrur. So al-jarru wa and al-majruru fi, again, mahalli raf'in al-mubtada. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. Al-khabaru. Okay, so again, al-maktabi is majrurun bil kasra. You're identifying in the last vowel.
What's that?
Yeah.
Correction. The second time you write bidamati, you put a fatha over the ba.
Where are we at?
First line bidamati. After the when you yeah
here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So al-jarru again, preposition, causing the kasra. We're describing ala as causing, okay, the genitive case ending. Wa al-majruru. Now that's affected by the preposition, which is al-maktabi, fi mahalli raf'in al-khabar. So whenever you have a case where a noun cannot end in the proper vowel because of whatever factor, you will use fi mahalli whatever. The Arab of the Quran min Allah would be exactly the same as this. You're not going to change a thing. The Quran would go where al-kitab is. Min, the Arab of min, would be harfu jarrin, and Allahi, the Arab of Allah, would be the same exact i'rab as amended.
So, when you say majrurun bi kasrati wal jaru, that wa is just saying, and another thing about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And it's also. Okay.
Dumbat. Dumbat.
So, one last thing that we're going to do, we're going to do the Arab of one last phrase, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. You can do the Arab of this. Now. Yeah, you may be asked, looking at it, saying, well, how do you do that? Well, we're going to do it.
The first one, no, yes, Li, so that's the part there was when you get it. So how do you break up that there and write it over here? Because it seems like you'll have to.
You won't have to do a lot.
Okay.
You won't have to do what you think you have to do.
Okay.
Huh?
What does al-khabaru mean again?
Right. So now with lillahi, whenever you see lillahi, you should know that you have two things. You have li, and then you have the word Allah. So when you do the Arab, this is basically what you're doing, right? So when you combine li with Allah, a lot of things get misplaced and reassigned and all that good stuff, and you end up with lillahi.
Okay.
So li would go here,
Allah.
and Allahi would go here, and the Arab would be exactly the same. You're not going to change a thing. So this will be part of your homework here. Now, what I'm giving you your homework now, so you will do the Arab of Al-Qur'anu min Allahi. Right? So you should underline that and label that as homework. You will also place your prepositions that you've learned today in sentences minus the last three. So the first four, the last three, ila, bi, and hatta, you will not. Because in order for you to do that, of course, you have to use verbs and stuff, and you'll end up somewhere where, you know, you're trying to figure something out and it's not going to work. Because you also have to do the of your sentences. So don't get too fancy. Don't get too cute. And you mess around and have yourself in a position where you're stuck in.
We said the first three Nancy and I.
No. First four.
The first four.
No. The last three, you're not going to do. The first four, you are. There was a hand up somewhere.
You want to make sentences using.
That's up to you.
Oh, let's make them
Using the prepositions. Those four prepositions. And you will perform the Arab of the sentences that you construct. So make sure that you do something that you can handle. I'm not interested in you demonstrating your linguistic skills.
Don't have any.
Not like that. You put something out there and then you can't explain it, then, that defeats the purpose. Alrighty, so inshallah, we will, any questions before we close? Yes.
This second to last word.
رفعين again, in reference to the term marfu'un. Again, that means that the dhamma is absent. We've identified ala al-maktabi as being your khabar or your predicate. And we know that the predicate is supposed to end in a mamar dhamma. It does not. It cannot because of the presence of the preposition. So both are in the place of the noun that is supposed to end in a mamar. في محل رفع. All right. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Inshallah, next week you're going to get an addition to an updated handout. We'll have several other chapters, inshallah. Focus on work at hand. Don't worry about the future. It'll come soon enough. All right? Now, I'll make sure you get that, inshallah. Wherever you're at, I mean, we do stream this, inshallah.
I'm gonna be.
You'll be in, okay.
And this week is recorded.
And, no, but it will be on our website.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, you can always, you can do it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so last week I didn't record it last week, but
Yeah.
this week,
Yeah.
and every week, inshallah, I'll
Yeah.
have the Arabic
So-
up there.
You can always, at a later time, do it.
On YouTube.
Hopefully, I don't know if you'll be able to see what's